right, welcome to University of Louisiana at Monroe Counseling Online Orientation. I'm Dr. Marty, and I'm going to be your host for this orientation. We're so proud that you've decided to join our program. Welcome to our program. It's one of the best programs in the nation here at this kind of small school in Louisiana, and I think you're going to find that out. I want to tell you a little bit about our program, that number 6 best value online counseling degree. And we also have been rated number 1 accredited online master's program and school counseling degree ranked by affordability. There's other awards that we are ranked, and we're ranked higher than other universities that would really surprise you. And we're proud of our program. It's because of our wonderful faculty, wonderful administration, the way it's organized, and mostly it's because of y'all. Our students here are so wonderful, and they're the ones who make the program what it is. So here's what students say about our program. This student likes it because it's a hybrid program. It's something that she can do while she's working and has a life going through. And this student likes it because the professors are accessible, and she can come and talk to in the office, and we're easy to talk to. And this student, who I think probably a lot of y'all can associate with, did not want to be pictured, but she's a very fine student, and she likes the intellectual discussions that professors respect her opinion when we're having these discussions. So ULM Counseling Handbook talks about some information. We're going through the handbook right now. If you want to press pause, or if you have it, you can go and follow along as I'm reading this. But it talks about the School of Health Professionals, and that includes us. We're all in the College of Health and Pharmaceutical Sciences, as is nursing and as the School of Pharmacy. These are held in high regard, these programs, equally with us, and we're so proud to be in this particular College of Health and Pharmaceutical Sciences. So here are wonderful professors, and that's me in the top right there. The professor with the crazy hairs, and that's my nickname, so I'm looking like that right now as I'm doing this presentation to you. But we are esteemed faculty. I'm so proud of all these people, and we do a teaching function, so that's just what you will mostly be part of, is us teaching your classes. But we also do research and publications, and I just submitted a publication the other day I'm so proud of. And I'm sure I'll be talking with y'all about the different research I'm involved in, and there are opportunities to work with us if that's something you're interested in doing. People who are thinking about getting a PhD after this, we'd love to have you work with us. And so then we have licensure and professional affiliations, and we have leadership positions in different organizations. And here is our mission statement about creating support, providing support, contributing knowledge, and we're just trying to prepare students to go out into the world to be leaders. And that's what our goal and objective is to develop wonderful counseling students, and that's something I think that we do very well. So there's 2 different parts to our counseling program, and so there's 4 classes that you will take if you are in the clinical mental health program. That's different from school counseling, and vice versa. School counseling students will take 4 classes that are different from the clinical mental health students. But really, we're one big program. Other than those 4 classes, you'll take all of the classes together. So one of the things that's required is to have a portfolio, and its key assignments like, how did multicultural issues, how did the culture that you're involved in affect the person that you turned into? How did it affect your development, who you became? And there's also a human growth and development interview where you talk to different people who are in different stages of the lifespan, and a theories paper that you write on. Those are things that are required for graduation, and you have to do well on those. So that's the thing, is that you may do very well in a class, but be required to do that one particular assignment again because it's required for graduation. So just be aware of that when you have these individual assignments, and if you're only looking to get an A and you only have to do a certain grade, well, you need to do well on those assignments regardless of how you want to do in that individual class, because it goes in your portfolio. So we have the sequence of course events laid out for students, whether you're admitted in the spring or the fall. There's a series of classes you take, and it takes about 2 years to graduate from the program. The skill attainment courses are very important. So there are theoretical classes, and you need those theoretical classes. You have to use theories when you're working with clients, otherwise you're not doing counseling. You have to use these scientific methods of enacting change. So those are important classes, but these methods classes, these skills attainments classes, they're ones where you're involved with actually working with clients in with students in role plays where you'll actually be practicing these skills. Now, practicum and internship, which is on the bottom of those lists, those are classes where you'll actually be seeing clients. So you need to get a B in all these classes to show that counseling is something that you can really do. Now, don't worry about those first 3 classes about being nervous working with people, because we're going to be there to help you along, watching you do these different skills, encouraging you. And same thing with the practicum and internship. Students are sometimes worried about that, but ends up being fine. They do end up doing great work. So we have a student retention remediation policy that's set up by the American Counseling Association Code of Ethics, and stipulates all the different things that we do in order to correct problem behaviors, people who are incompetent or doing some ethical problems. And we review the procedures, and then professors get together and decide what we want to do. One of the things that we might do when we're working with clients, when we're working with students who are having some issue, is a remediation. And in that remediation, we will talk to students about different things that they can do to improve their performance, or not have whatever issue that they're having. And here are some of the things that we can do in a remediation that will stipulate to students that they have options of doing more counseling, or taking a leave of absence for a while, taking a course again, taking an extra course. And if nothing could happen of it, if there's someone who is so unethical that they shouldn't really be counseling, we would dismiss them from a program. That has never happened here, and I've been a counseling professor other places, and I haven't noticed that ever happened. We usually weed those people out before they come in. So I wouldn't worry about this remediation thing, but it has happened with students, and we do a good job of working with them, keeping them along the track to graduation. And this professional decorum, you have to act in a professional manner through our program. Students are required at the beginning of the program to have 6 counseling sessions, and then when they very first start seeing clients, they're required to have 6 counseling sessions, so they know what it's like to be on the other side of the couch. And just for the record, so you are aware, we are required to give a drug test before you start seeing clients. Practicum and internship classes, our practicum is when you very first start seeing clients, and you'll have all kinds of supervision from us helping you. You will be required to take 40 direct hours and have 60 indirect hours for a total of 100. And then for the internship class, you need to take 240 indirect and 360 direct. What does that mean? Well, direct hours are like counseling, testing, psychoeducation, attending career fairs, doing career counseling. And then indirect hours are like case notes, a lot of case notes, supervision, consulting. Those are things that count as indirect. And there's some stipulations for practicum. You have to take 2 hours and 45 minutes of supervision, and for internship, it's just 2.5 hours. The workshop is something that is a wonderful experience. One student told me that other than for her honeymoon, that the summer workshop was the best experience of her life. We hear stories like that all the time. The students bond with each other, bond with professors, and they love the summer workshop. So that's a requirement for your first summer that you're in the program to attend this workshop. And it might sound like a pain about those 5 days coming here, but it is so fun that I know that you will enjoy it. So if you're following along in the student handbook, you've come to the part that says that you need to do a student orientation. Oh, this is it. You're doing it right now. This is the student orientation. Comprehensive exams, that you have to take comprehensive exams, and if you show up with a hangover and haven't studied, then you could fail those exams. But if you do some studying and you've been paying attention in your classes, we have had 100% passing rate the 3 years that I've been here. We teach our students well. Their comprehensive exams are a national exam that are not set by us, set by the CPCE, and not set by us, but it is, so they're hard exams. I think so there is a high failure rate at other universities, but we do a good job with our students. And so as long as you study, it'll be fine. So here's some more stuff about it. Highly valid and reliable means that it measures what it's supposed to measure, and that it also is repeatable, and you'll get the same results if you take the tests over another different time. And since it measures what's supposed to measure, that you guys should be good counselors and should know your stuff when you graduate. KCREP accreditation is the most highly valued accreditation for counseling. You've got this at this university, and you should be extremely proud to be at a university that has the KCREP designation. Professional organizations, American Counseling Association is the most important of all those, but professors, all of us belong to different ones of these organizations. They're great organizations to be a part of. And you'll be required to be a member of the American Counseling Association, and you should be, and it helps, it advocates for you, it's your organization. These are different things that we do at University of Louisiana Monroe to help the community. And so I want to point out the Vietnam Memorial Wall, where we're working with wonderful veterans who may have lost a colleague, and they will come to this Vietnam Traveling Memorial Wall. It's a replica of the other Vietnam memorial, and we set up a booth and get to talk to these wonderful vets, and our students who have participated in it love the experience. And Out of the Darkness Suicide Prevention Walk is a event that we schedule here at the university. The counseling program does, and it's a wonderful organization that advocates for prevention of suicide and people who have had suicide events that they survived, and people who are considering suicide, and people who've lost someone to suicide all show up for that event, and it's a beautiful event that we sponsor. Okay, so that's the end of the presentation. Thank you for participating, and I love being your guide throughout this handbook and orientation. I just want to mention one last thing for transfer students. The rest of you guys can check out. Thank you for your participation. For transfer students, we have these special rules here. You need to have earned a grade of a B or better to have those classes transferred over, and we only have a limited number of hours that can transfer over, and you must have gotten those hours within 6 years within the time that you were going to graduate from this program.
Keep that in mind,
probably within 4
We're so
years.
glad to have transfer.
All right, so that's about everything, and thank you to
everybody.
everybody.
Us, the students here, have great experiences with
Our great professors, but your broad experience is something that makes our program better, so we're glad to have you. And if any of the original students are still on board, thank you for letting me be your guide, and the transfer students too. I want to thank all of y'all for listening to this online orientation. Thank you so much, and congratulations on your beginning counseling career, which I think will be a wonderful experience. In fact, I'm jealous of y'all I had so much fun as a master's student, and I think you guys will love this experience. This will be probably one of the hardest experiences of your life, and one of the most rewarding experiences of your life. We will form, hopefully, lifelong bonds. Thank you for joining.